What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Two Brothers Cards. Today we've got something a little special, something a little different. We've got some NASCAR cards. Usually we open, the big sports, football, basketball, baseball, but saw these online, and recently I've gotten a little more into NASCAR. We moved down to Daytona Beach, and we went to the Daytona 500 for the very first time this year. Had a little money on Denny Hamlin, so it didn't hurt that he won. It was kind of cool. And yeah, started to learn, a couple of the newer guys and a couple of the vets. Obviously, seeing Jimmy Johnson race is kind of cool. So yeah, got some NASCAR cards. These are not this year's. These are 2016s. Got them from Steel City for a super good deal. So couldn't really pass that up. I think they were like $30 to $40 a piece. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. Usually certified is near $100 a box. So some for, I think they were like 30 or $35, maybe something like that. So grab these. It says find 2 autographs, 2 mem cards. So to me, that's a steal. If I can get a guy that I recognize, that'd be kind of cool. So let's go ahead and rip on into one of these boxes. I'll save the second one. Maybe I'll do a second video in a couple days or something like that. Let's go ahead. 5 cards per pack, 10 packs per box. We got a ton of cards, 4 hits. Hopefully we don't get any redemptions, because I assume they'll be expired. All right. Let's see if we can tell. And thick, there's a thick pack there. Looks like another one here. One there, maybe in there. Alright, so look at this. There we go. Just let them all fall. I'm assuming there's going to be a couple fillers in here. I opened a bunch of certified basketball this year, and it got pretty disappointed when I got so many fillers in the boxes, but I guess they have to do that for pack searching purposes. So let's take a quick look at the cards. Let me get a better angle, make sure I'm all okay. There we go. Junior Johnson Immortals. Again, just got into NASCAR this year. Kurt Busch, I know, and his brother Kyle Busch, I believe. Just starting to learn this kind of stuff. Matt Kenseth, I've heard of him. Didn't race. I don't think he raced in the Daytona 500. There's one of those fillers I was talking about. Brad Keselowski. I don't even think he finished in the Daytona 500. I think he had a little something go wrong. It was pretty neat going there. If you guys have never been, definitely bring earplugs. That was the #1 tip that we got from a couple friends that have been there. They were like, oh, it's super loud. Wear earplugs. And I was like, well, I play music. I think I can handle it. Yeah, couldn't handle it. So definitely bring earplugs if you go to any NASCAR event. It is very loud. The cars come right by, and it's super loud. The track announcer that's there too also turns their volume way up. So if you take the earplugs out, the guy is just blasting away. So you definitely want to bring those earplugs, and you're in for a loud evening. Ryan Truex. I believe I know Martin Truex. I've seen his name around. Ryan Truex, I don't think I've seen around. Eric Jones should get... Nope, this is going to be another filler. What is this? Famed Rides. Kevin Harvick in the 4-car. There's Richard Petty. If you know anything about NASCAR, you know Richard Petty. Jamie McMurray, I've heard of him, I believe. Richard Petty Immortals. It's kind of cool. Let's see if we can't get a relic or something from one of those old school guys. We also wanted a tour of the track. That was really cool. It was like $25 for an hour and a half long tour, something like that. We got to see the media center, the inside of the track, like the field and stuff where people camp out. We saw that kind of stuff. That was pretty neat. We got to get out of the car and actually go on the track, and it's really inclined. I don't know the exact angle, But you see it on TV, and it doesn't really look the way it is. I was going to say it doesn't really look inclined. It does. I mean, you can tell. But, yeah, this thing was up there. You stand on it, and you can't really stand up. You kind of want to fall over. Brendan Gaut, never heard of this guy. Brendan Gaut, kind of just mumble. Morgan Shepherd. I believe this is going to be our first hit. Hopefully it's something with some ink. Rico Abreu. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. Christopher Bell. Let's see if we can get something sweet. Swatches. Let's see if it's got any ink on it. Enclosed race-worn material. Okay, so it's not an auto. Greg Biffle. Okay. Number 225. A little short print. Nice. Greg Biffle. Gotta be honest, not heard of that guy. So, just basically looking for a couple guys that I've heard of to kind of get a little attachment to the card. Greg Biffle, I mean, it's a nice short print card out of 25. But if I haven't heard of him, I'm kind of assuming they're not a huge deal because usually the people that are new to the sport, like if you're new to football, you know who Tom Brady is. If you're new to football, you know who Drew Brees is and Aaron Rodgers. You know those guys, the big names. If you're new to baseball, you know who Aaron Judge is. So if I don't know who Greg Biffle is, I could be way off. Greg Biffle could be the superstar from a couple years ago, but I don't know. I'll have to do a little research on him, I guess. Kyle Busch, this should be the next hit. It's pretty thick. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Getting that southern twang in my voice. Bobby Labonte. I'm going to have one more base down here. Martin Truex, there he is. 78. I don't think he drives the 78 anymore. I think he's in 9? 11? No, Denny Hamlin's 11. Chase Elliott's 9. He'd be 19, I think, is Truex. Don't quote me on that, but I'm starting to learn. So, all right, 22. That's going to be Logano, and I know that. I like Logano. I've seen his stuff everywhere. Oh, that's pretty nice. I think that's a piece of the car. That is 18 out of 25. Oh, I wish his auto was on there, but that's not bad. Looks like we got quad relic. I believe there's a piece of the car in there. Consistently fast to open the season, Logano streaked to top 10. 6 top 10 finishes through the first 10 races of 2016 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Driver of the 22, Ford Fusion began the month of May challenging for a spot in the chase for the Cup after collecting top 5 at Las Vegas, Fontana, and Texas. Race used material, doesn't say anything about what it is, but it looks like a piece of the car because it's got some scratches, which is kind of cool. And then possibly tired on there. And a couple things of jersey, but nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, I know Logano. That's awesome. All right, let's get this thing in a sleeve. Numbered out of 25. Nice little short print. Can't complain right there. I think that just gets my money worth. I don't know if the card itself is worth, $30, $40, but to have a piece of Logano, that's kind of cool. All right. Not bad. I'll put this guy right up here. Still got 2 hits left. We're going to have 2 autographs in these piles. That's why I like to go with the thick packs first. You can get the relics out of the way. So these ones are going to be kind of a surprise because you can't see the autographs coming. All right, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm double checking the angle as I go. Should have set the camera up a little higher, but it's my mistake. Danica Patrick. I hear Danica Patrick's one of the top names to pull out of this stuff. I'm not a huge Danica Patrick fan. Kyle Larson. That would have been a nice auto to pull. It was upside down, so I was kind of hoping. Bubba Wallace. So basically, I've become a fan of the guys that were at the Daytona 500. I just watched another race 2 days ago, and Truex got second, becoming a little bit of a Truex fan. Obviously, Denny Hamlin made me a little money, so I have to be his fan. And my favorite number is 11, my lucky number. So Brendan Gaughan. It looks like we're going to get an auto from Brendan Gaughan. Hopefully it's short print. Oh, 75 out of 75. eBay 101 if you guys are into that kind of thing. Brendan Gaughan. Not a clue, to be honest with you. Not a clue who this guy is. Hopefully you guys know him if you're watching this. Alex Bowman, heard of it. And Brendan Poole, never heard of him. Bowman raced in the 500, I believe. I think he was up top for a little bit. All right, come on. Somebody I know. Even if it's a guy that's not good anymore. There's Jimmy Johnson as we were talking about it. Bill Elliott. Ooh, looks like at least an insert. Mark Martin out of 75. Immortals. Could you imagine getting an Immortals autograph? That'd be awesome. All right. So, names I'm looking for to get an autograph for. Logano would be awesome. Denny Hamlin. Martin Truex. And then besides that, pretty much anybody that I've heard of would be kind of cool. Looks like, is this going to be the David Reagan? No, not going to be it. Out of 25. A lot of short prints in this box. I'll set that to the side. Biffle. Ricky Stenhouse. Heard of him. Awesome. Let's get an awesome autograph. Here we go. I feel like we've got a good mixture of cards here. A bunch of short prints, a bunch of vets. JW. Autograph. Josh Wise. Never heard of him. Let's see what this looks like. And it is /99. Okay. A little disappointed that I didn't get somebody. I mean, the Logano's really nice. I wish I got an auto from a guy that I knew, though. I do have a second box there, obviously. I'll crack that thing open probably in a couple days and show you guys what I got. But that is going to be the last hit of the box. I'll just kind of run through these real quick. See if we get anything crazy. Ty Dillon, heard of him. Rusty Wallace. And Amarola. Nothing crazy. So for the hits, we got the Logano out of 25. That's probably the best card, unless you guys are screaming at your screens right now going, "You're an idiot," because one of these hits is good. But like I said, I'm really kind of in this for name recognition. So if I haven't heard of it, heard of him. Not going to get too excited. You know, NASCAR, not my favorite sport. Whereas if you're, collecting another sport, maybe you'd get into it because of the value of the card or something like that. Like Luka, not really a huge basketball fan, but Luka stuff is going nuts right now. So I do have some Luka stuff. But, I don't really have an attachment to it. It's basically just collecting it for the value. But something like this, you want to collect, or at least I personally, it's just my opinion, want to collect this stuff for the attachment, going to that Daytona 500 and seeing these guys race. So I saw Logano race. He was up there for a while. So there's a little bit of connection there. These guys, Brendan Gaughan and Greg Biffle, especially the Josh Wise, never heard of him. So not really a connection there, but like I said, I'll open up the second box, see if I can pull something nice, and thanks for hanging out, guys. Till next time, take it easy.